been 11 years since this film came out, and there's still no sequel. I mean, Jamie Bell is almost in his 40s, Andy Serkis is nearly 60, they're not getting any younger. And I get the advantage of it being animated is they can make the characters look any age, but still. We were supposed to get a sequel in 2013 with the third installment in 2015, but Peter Jackson wanted to make the Hobbit trilogy first. And during that time, Disney purchased Lucasfilm and released a Star Wars film annually almost every Christmas. Peter Jackson claimed he wanted to wait for a Christmas release date to open up, and given how James Cameron is monopolizing the Christmas release dates every other year with his Avatar sequels up until about 2028, and in between those Christmases, Disney is supposedly releasing Star Wars films, we probably won't see a sequel until at least 2029, if it even gets made at all. Spielberg handing the directorial reins to Peter Jackson for the sequels is probably one of the worst decisions he's ever made, because it's clear Peter Jackson couldn't care less about this franchise. So why am I clamoring so much for a sequel? Because this is the best movie I've reviewed for Nickvember. Spielberg goes back to his adventure roots in the Indiana Jones franchise, providing a compelling mystery story with exciting action. Now, to some degree, I do wish the film were live action, because even though the motion capture isn't Uncanny Valley, like in Polar Express or films like that, in fact, it actually looks pretty realistic and detailed, as well as incredibly expressive, it just makes me wonder what a live action version of this could be. The closest thing we have to this, besides Indiana Jones, is the Uncharted movie that came out this year, and it kind of has those same vibes. The animation is fantastic, though. Not just on the characters, but also the backgrounds. There are a lot of amusing background gags in the film, and the one advantage the film does have by being animated is it can get away with some of the sillier comedic elements. There's a lot of slapstick in this, and in a live-action film, it would be kind of silly, and not in a good way. Also, by being animated, the action scenes can pull off feats and shots that would be nearly impossible in live action. This is a very well-shot film. The film has tons of camera angles and tracking shots that make it feel incredibly immersive. I'm kind of surprised this movie only got a PG rating, because for a PG animated film released in 2011, it's surprisingly violent and mature. Like, there's a character who's an alcoholic, and there's tons of gun violence. It's pretty edgy for a Nickelodeon film. Between this and Rango, Nickelodeon took a pretty mature turn in 2011 with their films, didn't they? This Tintin is a fantastic throwback to adventure films, and if you haven't seen it yet, put it on your list. You're in for quite the ride. Adventures of Tintin for me gets an A+, 10 out of 10, and 5 out of 5 stars.